Terrorism is fought under three different silos. And all these three are most important. The first, what is he planning? Who are his targets? Where is he getting his weapons? Where is he stored them? Who is giving them money? Who are their overground supporters? Which are the countries, if at all there are any foreign-sponsored terrorism? And we know that today terrorism is one of the phenomena that is supported and gets its support and sustenance from the sources abroad. So it is very important first to know about terrorism. That is a wide field and a branch. Is this the knowledge is not sufficient? What do we do with that knowledge? So we have to take action on that knowledge. And then it is the terrorists that we try to degrade, we try to neutralize. It is their weapons that we try to seize. It is their sanctuaries that we try to destroy. It is their training centers and others that we try to target. So the whole gambit of activities that go in the field of what we call as a physical action. But it doesn't end here. There are a large number of knowledge that is left and the evidence that is left that has got to be taken, particularly in a democracy, to the court of law, and we have got to find those people who are either left out, who have been providing them shelter, support, ideological guidance, and also some of them who have been the active members of these terrorist groups. This is the most important aspect which in the long run finishes terrorism. Proactive and a preventive intelligence only leads to your taking the counteractions that will minimize their activities or that will be able to contain the degradation that or the harm that they can do. Physical action only counters what is present. But what is future ultimately is decided by what the investigations in these cases are do, what the court of law we are able to do, and we are able to establish them as the criminals. And this is what we are here for. We are here to, one of the problems of fighting terrorism is this, that these three silos do not merge with each other. They work not in tandem, but work separately, even when they work very, very efficiently, what the army might be doing in J&K, and probably what RNAW might be doing or IB might be doing in some other theaters, and what the NIA might be doing, probably where is the connect? And most importantly, what all of you are doing in your respective states, that is the most important thing, because you are the first respondents. You are the first people actually who face at the cutting edge level the terrorism. You are the one who fight it and who also bear the brunt of it. And the responsibility of saving the civil society lies squarely on your shoulders. And that is the main target of the terrorists. So the role of the states is extremely important, and here in the next 2 days, what I would expect, and I am very sure that with the very stalwarts and very experienced people here, try to focus on what is there that we can contribute to each other. When you work in convergence and you complement each other, it is not something that you add to each other, you multiply, that becomes a force multiplier and not a force additional. It does not only add to this thing, it multiplies it. I am very happy that most of the states are now having their ATS and the STFs and other specialized things who have got the dual advantage, and that is my own view for a very long time. That is, could there be that the country could have one single counter-terrorist agency which could have all the three components integrated and merged with that, but for some reasons that hasn't happened. But in the states, your STFs are collecting some amount of the intelligence also, and they are taking physical action, and if they can contribute also to the investigation of the cases, probably that will help. Now I'll tell you how it is important. And I won't take too much time because you are all experienced officers, you understand. Actually, the process of investigation or the evidence starts getting collected right from the time when the intelligence people are collecting their intelligence, either through the physical sources or through the technical sources or through the human assets. The only thing is this, for the sake of the success of the operation and secrecy, it cannot be shared. But the fact that they have got to be made like this thing, that this is a very potential source of evidence at some stage. If one of my sources brings a diary to me, and in which he shows all the details of the plans and the numbers and the telephone numbers and connectivity, probably I think it is my seized property, or it is my property, this thing like that, and I work on that. We do not think it has got a great evidentiary value sometime, and it has got to be utilized. In what way it can come, how it will this thing, that will have got to be seen. But anyway, that's only preliminary. But thereafter, even when the physical action takes place, there is plenty on the scene, which either gets destroyed or ignored. And let me tell you one thing, that is, terrorism is not only one thing that you fight. There are many, many aspects of the terrorism. It's a gun running, there may be weapons, forging of weapons, the making of the weapons, and this thing. Then there are narco-terrorism, that they have got a connectivity with that. Money channels, they are the very important thing. Actually, one of the biggest pressure that has come on Pakistan today is because of the proceedings of the FATF against it. And FATF has created so much of a pressure on them that probably no other action could have taken. If you could collect the information, correct information, sustainable information, a quotable information which can be put up in the international forums and platforms effectively, that is how Pakistan, everybody knows that Pakistan is supporting terrorism, Pakistan is financing terrorism, but the point is that in these forums, it is the evidence that is required. And only you people can distinct. Firstly, you have got the access to it, and secondly, you understand how an information is converted into evidence. And if there is an evidence, how can it be made something which can withstand the scrutiny of law? So you can all contribute in a small way. Probably it can be converted by the NIA. NIA is, I call them in a meeting when we are talking about the whatever is the evidence available. It's not that we are targeting any particular country, but the facts are facts. So if we get to know the real facts, it is our duty to put it to the thing, and they are put at the right places in the right forum and in an effective way. And I do think that, well, we should continue our efforts. So depend on the facts, preserve the facts, put them into the formats, don't destroy them, put them into the facts. They may be usable nationally and internationally. Even if we have got to say that, well, Pakistan is sponsoring terrorism, where is the evidence? Don't destroy the evidence. You have got plenty of it. Similarly, in case you have to do the perception management, and you say that, well, the Pakistanis are doing about that, there were so many Pakistani people who are arrested. There is no harm in giving their identities, giving their plans, giving their this thing to the media. Let the world know about it. Just keeping them into the steel jackets of this thing, that's only